kind in political parties. Democrats do it. Republicans do it. The other night, what is today? Thursday. So I guess it was Tuesday night. There was a vote. I used the word coup earlier this morning. That's not true. It wasn't a coup, but former state senator Amanda Chase in Chesterfield has been at odds with the leadership of the Chesterfield Republican Committee. That's inside baseball. I'm not sure you're that interested in it. But, boy, people turned out for Amanda Chase, and they threw out the leadership. Some of those people I know very well in Chesterfield, like them just fine. And now there's a new set of leaders for the Republican Party in Chesterfield. Amanda Chase, the former senator, is with us this morning. So I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used the word coup, because that's not true. You just filled the room with your voters, right?
Well, that's exactly right. There were about 645 voters that showed up. 60% of those were our people. Mm-hmm. And Reunite the Red won, and I feel like it was a huge vindication for the people. And I've been a member of the committee since 2008, almost 15 years, and I've seen different leadership come and go. And it's so important that we're a friendly group that invites new people to be a part. We have to grow our party, and in Chesterfield, we've only got maybe 100 members of that committee out of the thousands of people in Chesterfield, and we've got to do better if we're going to keep Chesterfield red. We've lost the majority in the Board of Supervisors. We need to get President Donald J. Trump elected. And honestly, this was vindication. The keep it small, keep it all the power, country club Republicans type of mentality. It isn't tolerable. There are a lot of people, including myself before I got involved, who are Republicans, but they've got kids. I mean, I had 4 kids when they were little. I couldn't be as active because I was involved in their sports, but I was just as much of a Republican as those who were a member of the committee, yet I was not always included in the party processes. And we need to include all Republicans and broadcast broadly when we have elections, whenever we have important decisions to make. For instance, our nomination process. There's some people that want to keep it small and keep it all, and there are people like myself and others that were thankfully elected. It was a grassroots group of people. Dee Dee Van Buren is going to be the new chair. Mm-hmm. She had a slate of people, and they worked really hard. It really was a team effort by the grassroots. And there have been a lot of people that wanted to join the committee, but they didn't think it was very friendly. They didn't feel very welcome. Yeah. And we're changing that dynamic. It's going to be open to anybody that wants to be a part of this committee and actively work. We don't need country. This doesn't need to be a country club. We need to actively be working hard to get Republicans elected and stop the drama, stop the divisiveness, and focus on what we're supposed to be doing.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, because when I announced yesterday that you were coming on the air today, you can imagine I got a lot of text messages. And here, I just want you to respond to this. The people who think that you are the source of the drama and that you are angry that you didn't, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Senator Chase, but do you still feel like you were cheated out of that nomination? I mean, that was that Amanda Chase is angry that she didn't get the nomination, and then that's her motivation, is to get back at people that she holds responsible for her loss, and that's the whole motivation here. What's your response to that?
Well, I believe that we have to have fair, transparent elections. Leslie Haley was in charge of certification of the early voting machines, and only the Sturdivant campaign of all the other campaign was allowed to be present. So that's an issue. There's a consistent lack of judgment that was taking place, not just in my opinion, but other people as well, with the bad taste in their mouth. We have to move forward. We have to make sure that we have fair, transparent elections, even within the party. And just to give you an example, the election on Tuesday, there was one location. It was 2 hours. It was in a gun-free zone. For Republicans, I'm not allowed to carry my firearm to go to an election that's for Republicans. By the way, and they didn't allow me to vote. Did I mention that? It's open to all registered voters, but they wouldn't even allow me to vote.
You didn't have to be a member, already a member of the Chesterfield Committee?
It was all registered voters, and yet that same people who were in charge, the Empower Chesterfield group, they wouldn't allow me to vote.
Yeah.
I've been a state senator for 8 years, serving the entire community. I'm a Republican. I was a member of the committee since 2008, and they denied my constitutional right to vote.
I see. All right.
So,
before I run out of time, excuse me, but something happened on Tuesday too, and I got different text messages about it. I want to give you a chance to respond to it. That you were maybe not arrested, but that you were charged with assault and battery of somebody who was there, and that's making the rounds on the internet. So, in all fairness, what happened?
Okay, so first of all, I had a protective order that was granted in February of 2023 against a former employee who had been harassing me, stalking me, and his girlfriend was there. And by the way, the old guard was the one that brought him on to be the security and to be the sergeant at arms. So again, lack of judgment on the old guard's part. And his girlfriend was the one that was there. She was following me around from behind every time I would talk to a group of people, even private conversations. She was constantly stalking me, following me around with a video. And I understand people can video you. That's not a problem. But, after they told me that I couldn't vote, I was telling the group through the line, this is power for the course of why we need new leadership. They're denying people's ability to vote. And so I turned around and I put my hand up in my face and told her, I don't want you to take any more videos of me. Stop. And she yells out, she's assaulting me. She's assaulting me. I mean, give me a break. So there are a lot of people that witnessed it, and they're going to come forward as my witnesses on May 13. People are actually contributing to my legal defense fund. I think it's ridiculous.
Well,
the amount of, the same things they're doing to Donald J. Trump. The criminal allegations that are false. They're trying to do the same thing to me because I helped drain the swamp in Chesterfield. But that's when you do the right thing.
Listen,
people come.
I wanted to give you a chance to respond to it, and I always appreciate it when you're willing to come on the air. Former state senator Amanda Chase in Chesterfield, thank you very much.